This next one up is one of my Morgan dollar uncirculated specials. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right in. I wanted to make sure to give you that first look really quickly, folks. That price is correct, $59.95. These are Philadelphia uncirculated Morgan silver dollars. They're considered key dates. 1883 is considered one of the better strikes of the early Philadelphia Mint series. And why is it special? So let's start with they're both special, but let's start with 1883, and I'll give you some facts about this. Now, in 1883, you're looking at a mintage figure of almost 12.3 million coins. But there's only 62,000 or 63,000 and change known to exist in any condition, NGC and PCGS combined. Both services have only seen 63,273 coins. That's 0.5% of the entire mintage, folks. These coins are very difficult to find. NGC and PCGS have been grading coins since the mid to late 80s, and every coin that comes in their doors, they put on their census report whatever grade it may be. So I'm talking about all grades, any grade, just 63,000. So over this time, that's the number of coins that have been sent in. Very, very small percentage. Now, 1884, another coin that really deserves a lot of attention because 14 million coins were struck, and there's only been 48,000 and change seen by PCGS and NGC together. Again, less than 0.5%. Really, it's exactly 0.34%. So that is why I tell you that these two are very, very notable. Difficult to find, especially in uncirculated condition. When I gave you those census reports, those population figures, that's in all grades. 0.5% or less. That's crazy, crazy low. Now let's look at some comparisons just to give us an idea, like what does that really mean, right? So I've told you that it means that this is the number that PCGS and NGC have reported that they have seen come in since they opened their doors. How about that 1880S? We documented that down for our chat, 380,000 coins. Well, the 80S sells for $175. The 81S sells for $175 as well. There's over 600,000 on the population reports. How about an O-Mint? The 83O sells for $155. There's over 314,000. Even the 84O sells for $155,000. There's over 500,000 documented on the census reports between NGC and PCGS. That's why I tell you that these two are notable because, again, 63,000 known, 48,000 known, and 59.95. Do the math. It doesn't match up. However, it's right. These numbers are right. They're $59.95 each while they last. Now, our competition for these exact coins, the 1883 Philadelphia, the 1884 Philadelphia, they want $165 for the 83 and $175 for the 1884. That's a savings. Even if you doubled our price, if you bought two, one of each, you got $120. You're still far away from their price of one. It is your choice. You can buy one or the other or combine them together. You don't have to buy both to get the low price, though. Each one has its own item number, and I'll give you those for reference. 905-5508 is the 1883, and 905-2295 is the 1884. You'll notice they each have their own QR code, so you can use your smartphone or tablet to scan those codes and pop them up in the browser, add them to your cart, process your checkout, and now you have a vintage silver dollar, 90% silver. You're talking, it is 1883. Over 140 years old, these coins are. Isn't that incredible? Both of these are over 140 years old, and look at them. They were stored in such a way. Pure beauty, blast white. Now this is the reverse, obviously. At the bottom, over D and the O in dollars, where you normally find the mint marks for Denver, New Orleans, San Francisco, Carson City, etc. Philadelphia Mint did not bear a mint mark on their coin, so that's why you do not see a mint mark there. Each one will be encapsulated for protection and storage. You'll coins will arrive to you encapsulated and in a pouch. But folks, I mean, you're talking about vintage originals at less than $60, where our competition is over $160, savings of at least $100, and plus even more on the 1884. They're at $175 for the 1884 Philadelphia Uncirculated. The time to join is now. Now, a little history on the Morgan silver dollar. It was made for 28 years. There was 96 coins in all. And altogether, the mint made 28 Philadelphia coins. Now, if you add in the 8-tail feather from the first year of issue, there's actually 29, which makes a 97 coin count in the total series. And this year, in the 80s, you're looking at 12 million, 14 million coins made out of Philadelphia. But the real stunner is how many are known to survive, how many are known out there. And the only way we can find out how rare a coin really is by checking population reports by NGC, by PCGS. They post it on their website. They document every coin they look at. So that's how we can tell what's really out there. Well, what's really not out there is really the question. And these two coins are really not out there. Hard to find, especially in gorgeous uncirculated condition. Again, population reports for the 1883, only 63,000 and change known to exist. 1884, only 48,000 and change known to exist. You're talking about 0.5% of the mintage, 0.34% of the mintage. 1883 and 1884 respectively. Join us, folks. $59.95. Competitions $165 and $175 respectively for the same dates, the same mint, and the same grade. That's uncirculated. We're going to put a 1-minute clock up. We are down to a handful or so of each. A lot of pairs going out the door together. You don't have to buy both to get that low price. You can get one or the other or multiples if you'd like, while they last. avccoins.com is the website. Join us online 24/7 when deals are hot just like this. So if you want to grab them, process that checkout, secure your order number. You can always call us back and add to it when you see something you'd like to add to your order. We have reps on standby throughout the show, ready and waiting to talk to you folks. We love it. So give us a ring. We love talking to you. But if you're an online shopper, you run the risk of the sellout unless you process that checkout. So join us, join us, join us. Savings over $100 each, well over $100 each. Buy them both, and it's a couple $100 savings. I mean, who doesn't want to save? Especially for vintage, original, uncirculated Morgan silver dollars. Folks, I do have to be moving on.